Hello dear friends, this is your beloved friends Virendra. My purpose of life is to become wise, to become enlightened, and for this we have not to experiment with life, but we have to learn from the lessons given by so many great philosophers who have discovered the noble path, the most tried and tested path by following which we can immediately become a wise person and we can live a life of dignity, honor, pride, full of success, love, grace and gratitude. One of the greatest philosophers of Europe was Aristotle. Plato was his mentor and he is considered one of the wisest persons in the ancient time. There were so many great philosophers from Greece: Socrates, Plato, and the third greatest was Aristotle. At this moment, I want to share with all my friends his thoughts of wisdom, which can really enlighten our mind, heart and soul. Dear friends, what he says, change in all things is always sweet. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Let's bring our desire down to our present means. Let's increase them only when we increase means. That is to say, cut your coat according to your clothes. Stretch only within our limits. The constitution is the arrangement of magistracy in a state. A friend to all is a friend to none. A great city is not to be confronted with populous one. All men by nature desire knowledge. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. All virtue is summed up in dealing justly. No, anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right reason and to the right degree, at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. The wisest person uses it in a very proportion. At his best, man is noblest of all animals, separated from laws and justice. He is the worst. Bad men are full of repentance. Courage is a mean with regard to fear and confidence. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtues or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Excellence, then, is a state concerned with choice, lying in a mean relative to us, this being determined by reason and in the way in which the man of practical wisdom would determine it. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. For one swallow does not make a summer, nor does one day, also one day or a short time does not make a man blessed and happy. For though we love both the truth and our friends, piety requires us to honor the truth first, because on truth rests the whole universe. Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Good habits formed at youth may call the difference. Who is unable to live in society or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself must be either a beast or a god. Hope is a waking dream. Hope is a dream of a waking man. I count him braver who overcomes his desire than him who conquers his enemies. For the hardest victory is over self. I have gained this from philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of laws. A disciplined person need not fear anybody else because he understands he is the wisest and he is free and liberated. He does not need anybody to command him, and so he regulates his life and others follow his path. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. In making a great speech, one must study 3 points. First, the means of producing persuasion. Second, the language. Third, the proper arrangements for the various parts of the speech. Dear friends, if you want to be a great orator, learn this. In poverty and other misfortune of life, two friends are sure refuge. The young they keep out of mischief. To the old, they are a comfort and add in their weakness. And those in the prime of their life, the insight to noble deeds. Inferiors revolt in order that they may be equals that they may be superior. Such is a state of mind which creates revolutions. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. It is clearly better that property should be private, but the use for it should be for common people. And the special business of the legislature is to create in men this benevolent disposition. Dear friends, I am a very passionate person who believes in becoming wise and share the wisdom. Because all of us know a lot more things. But once we meditate, we go to the depth of the truth, and then it leaves some impact on our mind. And then we understand that once we strictly follow these noble things, only then the essence of life, to be happy, can be realized. I wish you a very wise, very successful, and a very purposeful, happy life. Thanks for watching this video. Bye, friends.